How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drusteness in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
No. Dzieje się. No to teraz odkupienie Jill. No, byliśmy już bardzo blisko. Ale wracamy do kryjówki, tak? Czarne światło płonie. Pośród pozostałości dawno zapomnianych wspomnień, Clive i jego kompania przecierają drogę ku lepszemu jutru. Tak jest. Tu czyhają potwory.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Okej, pani Stratek, tak? Dostarczono nowe pismo. O! Smutek Kowala. Tu jest jakieś zadanie. To te z plusikiem będziemy robić. Spoko. To z plusikiem będziemy robić. To najpierw chyba tu pójdziemy, nie? Zobaczymy, co to za zadanko.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Nie, no jasne. To będzie coś ważnego.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Dobra, co taki kowal? Może jakieś ulepszenia albo ekwipunek? No fajnie. To wiecie co? Najpierw zrobimy ten smutek kowala. Czy coś tu jeszcze mamy w pobliżu? No sytuację polityczną. Tutaj mamy jeszcze kamień mistrzostwa i w biurku. No to biurko możemy też sprawdzić. Coś tam położyli, nie? Ale ogromna kryjówa. Cały czas jestem pod wrażeniem, jak tu wracam.
That monster's taken quite a liking to
To
Lady
jest
Cat.
pomocnik. Okej.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
Spokojnie, znajdę ci go. Znajdę.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Dobra, co to za wynalazek? Wie pani może?
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it were nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Dobra, to wiecie co? Te takie z plusikiem robimy. Te z plusikiem robimy. Bo one są z fajną historią. I myślę, że z fajną nagrodą. Także tego nie będziemy odpuszczać. I to jest gdzieś tutaj na stołówce. A, dobra, tu jeszcze pogadamy. Czyli tam jest to zlecenie. Tam jest to zlecenie na gryfa, tak? Co przy biureczku? Najjaśniejszy płomień. Mój lordzie markizie, po raz kolejny proszę o wybaczenie dla moich ludzi za sposób, w jaki przywitali lorda w Lazarusie. Pragnę nadmienić, że był lord ostatnią osobą, jaką spodziewaliśmy się zobaczyć u naszych bram. No w sumie tak. W ciągu krótkiego czasu, jaki minął od naszego ponownego spotkania, udowodnił lord, że jest tym samym człowiekiem, za którym wiele lat temu podążałem do Stillwindu i prawdziwym dziedzicem spuścizny swego ojca. Szkoda, że lord dowódca Sir Tyler i inni, którzy zginęli tamtej nocy, nie mogą zobaczyć, jak jasny jest lorda płomień. Niniejszym oświadczam, że miecze strażników są oddane tobie i twojej sprawie, a ja jestem dumny, mogąc znów stanąć u twego boku. Wait! I tutaj jeszcze cisza od Gawa. Dalmeccy i cesarscy są w impasie. Walczą na siebie z obnażoną kłami niczym kundle ze slumsów. Ale nikt nie chce wykonać pierwszego ruchu. Zupełnie jakby obie strony zdawały sobie sprawę, że wdepnęły w ogromną, śmierdzącą kupę czokobo. Gdyby mnie ktoś spytał o zdanie, to postawiłbym miedziaka, że ten konflikt nie rozegra się w najbliższym czasie. Będę informował cię na bieżąco. No ciekawe, czy my pierwsi zadamy cios. Najpierw tutaj ten kryształ na uboczu, o którego nikt nie walczy. No ale prędzej czy później będzie trzeba po Hugo polecieć. Chyba że stawi się on tutaj. No to tu sobie zajrzymy na tablicę. Jest nasz nektarek pewnie, czeka. Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Tak. Czyli tu dwie rzeczy po prostu już jakby fabularnie. Nektarku! Spytam cię, gdzie widziano gryfa ostatnio? Tak? Chcę polować gryfa. W takim razie mam dla ciebie zlecenie. Chodzi o wyjątkowo paskudnego gryfa zwanego Dosmea. Czyli to jest coś takiego. Zachodnia brama Kernorvent, Sunbrek, czyli tam cesarstwo. No dobra. Nie można tego jakoś przyjąć i sobie zobaczyć, ale zachodnia brama Kernorvent. Użyj tablicy łowieckiej, by znaleźć gryfa. Zachodnia brama Kernorvent. Wzgórza. Tu mamy Lost Week. Brama w Kernorvent. Smocze gniazdo. No i to chyba tu, nie? Zachodnia brama. To jest południowo-wschodnie. Sunbreak. No gdzieś tutaj, gdzieś tutaj. Natomiast, czy on jeszcze coś może powiedzieć? Nektarku. Dobra. No dziwne, bo tu nic nie możemy zrobić. Zachodnia brama. Czyli po prostu będę go musiał na własne możliwości, nie? No dobra. Podążając szlakiem z Lostwigo do Kernorvent. Z Lostwigo do Kernorvent. No to tam polecimy. No ciekawe, że nam nie zaznaczyli.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Ej, taka mała, nie? Ekipa.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals. or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drek's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
No i jeszcze Jill chce się dowiedzieć, nie? Też o sobie.
Here for another of my lectures.
Ale co my tutaj mamy? Co my tutaj mamy nowego?
I have the details.
Jak
here.
wygląda sytuacja? Marsz czarnych tarcz, strażnicy płomienia. Czy coś tu się zmieniło? Tu jest jakby zmiana. A, Sir Wade. Dobra, Sir Wade. I tu mamy już Joshua w innym stroju. Widzieliśmy go przez chwilę. Tak. Uratował go przed ultimum. Uwięzić tę istotę w swoim ciele. To jest tak niesamowite. A i tu można jeszcze ikona sprawdzić jego. Dobra, fajnie. Banitasid, Eikon, Ifrit. Dominant Odyna, nie? A fajnie, że tak można się przełączać. Patrzcie, ile tu dominantów. Ja cię kręcę. Ale jakby jeszcze jednego brakowało, chociaż zobaczymy. Dobra, no to tu mamy wszystko.
One must understand
tutaj?
one's place in the world.
Powstanie Rosarii z kolan. No spróbujemy. Spróbujemy na to żelazne królestwo. Ale tutaj nie mają żadnego dominanta, nie? Oni używają innych. Właśnie mieli
Very good.
Jill przez chwilę. No ciekawe, co tam się będzie działo. Jak nie ma takiego głównego bossa jakby, nie? Ale tego gryfa też bym znalazł. Kurczę, tego gryfa też bym znalazł. On jest tutaj między Lostwick a Bramą w Kernorvent. No dobra, ale to myślę, że na razie zrobimy tą fabułkę. Ale tego gryfa bym znalazł. To jak będzie chwila, to później zrobimy. Bo te z plusikiem jak najbardziej działamy.
Be over soon. One way or another.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox, the man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
No to co? Ruszamy? Udaj się do góry. Chociaż szczerze, znalazłbym tego gryfa. Dobra, to jeszcze spróbuję tego gryfa gdzieś wyśledzić. I to spróbujemy dokończyć, bo tu pewnie będzie punkt bez odwrotu, nie? Wznoszący się z ognistej paszczy świętej góry Drustanu z matczyny kryształ jest filarem, na którym spoczywa wiara żyjącego w odosobnieniu narodu. No dobra, to za chwilę, natomiast jeszcze tutaj spróbuję gdzieś zdobyć tego gryfa. Dobra, jestem w Lostwick i tutaj będzie trzeba do tej bramy zachodniej polecieć, czyli gdzieś tutaj, nie? Bo tu jest ta brama i tu byśmy musieli z drugiej strony. Dobra, spróbujemy. Spróbujemy wywabić tego gryfa, bo to gdzieś tutaj musi być. Z drugiej strony bramy. Ewidentnie. To by było takie pole fajne.
Exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Dobra. Dobrze mówi. Mamy tu gdzieś tego gryfa? O. Do Smea. Ranga B 20. O, to jeszcze sobie tą nagrodę później odbierzemy. Ten talizman. Ale jest nuta, nie? Jest nuta. Let's go. Dawaj. Zabij gryfa. Dobra, pięknie. Garuda! Dobra. O, teraz. Dawaj. Super ekstra. Ale jazda. Na garudzie. Kurde, to może być mocny. Mocne stworzonko. Oj, paradę zrobiliśmy. Dobra, zrobiliśmy paradę. Let's go. Kurde, ale on... Teraz to jest naprawdę taki... Aż się można go bać, nie? 14 koła. No patrzcie, jakie kryształy tutaj odpala ten gryf. Wspaniałe. O, jak dostaliśmy. Kurde, no proszę, proszę. Okej, super, ekstra. Dawaj na Sida. Ach, w porządeczku. Muzyka to jest czysty final.
Let's go!
Ale jazda. Kurde, naprawdę jest groźny. Naprawdę jest groźny już teraz. Nasz Clive. Ja bym się go obawiał. Na miejscu tych wszystkich władców. Kurde, ale zobaczcie jaka kamera tutaj oddalona. Pięknie. I też z drugiej strony jak świetnie odzyskujemy zdrowie, nie? To jest coś. Ach, piękna kula. Zabito znanego potwora i tutaj jeden właśnie z tej tablicy to był związany z zadaniem, więc fajnie, takie możemy robić. Bardzo dużo doświadczenia dostaliśmy. 26. O, tutaj mamy ten materiał.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
No. To ten pan.
Are you alright?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Opowiem ci wszystko. Kamil.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right, I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
No i fajnie. Jak będzie mógł zrobić coś takiego samodzielnie, to może mu się polepszy. Dobra, no to wracamy do naszego wspaniałego kowala. I tu będziemy mogli spokojnie już odebrać sobie jeszcze ten pierścionek nowy, nie? Ten talizman. To tam można za chwilę zrobić w naszym barze. Ale kowal ważniejszy.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
Patrz, panie, jaka skóra.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive, you didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see, and his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor, and again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough nattering. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Dobra, dzięki August. 10, no teraz już mamy 95, to mieliśmy szkic projektowy pasa smokobójcy. A spróbujemy. Przepis na pas smokobójcy, jasne. Mogę się do pana zgłosić, panie Kowalu? Szkice projektowe. Zdobyto szkice projektowe pasa smokobójczyni. Szkice projektowe odblokowują nowe opcje wytwarzania przedmiotów w czarnym młocie. Odwiedź Blackthorna w kryjówce, aby poznać listę niezbędnych materiałów.
What do you need? What do you want?
Dobra, czy tutaj jakaś jest fajna rzecz z piorunem? Dobra, pioruna mamy. Pas. Ojeju. A, czyli tu jest elektrum. To dostaniemy też na łowach, tak? A, czyli na łowach. Szkarłatyt mamy, szpon wiwerny, skorupa małża, ale ten elektrum będzie tylko za zlecenie. Dobra, fajnie. Tego się nie opłaca, ale to by było niezłe. Pas jest niezły. I bransolety. Galaretowata masa. Też za zlecenie. Bardzo spoko, nie? No i to ma w sumie... To ma sens, to ma sens. Nie mamy jeszcze opcji wzmacniania tych przedmiotów takich... epickich. Ale okej. No to wspaniale. No to wspaniale, tu jeszcze bym ten szept darczyńcy sprawdził. No i teraz pytanko, czy my robimy tych byczków łowieckich na odcinkach, czy sobie gdzieś tam ich poszukać i poobijać. To też myślę, że dopiero jak wrócimy z góry i też będziecie mieli chwilę, żeby odpowiedzieć, to dajcie znaka.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Dobra, i weźmiemy sobie ten pierścień berserka. Ciekawe, co to jest. 100, tak? Kurczę, z drugiej strony... Ale w sumie... Dobra, a później będziemy zbierać po prostu tą 100 dalej. Bo ja jestem bardzo ciekaw, co to jest.
All done?
Pierścień berserka. No i sprawdzamy. Przedmioty... O, dobra, atrybuty. I tu możemy, tak? Bo tu mamy unik, atak, okulary. Pierścień berserka. Tymczasowo zwiększa skuteczność ataku po każdym precyzyjnym uniku. No fajne, czyli coś takiego. Zwiększa skuteczność ataku po każdym precyzyjnym uniku. A zobaczymy, jak to wygląda, czy coś tam się zmienia. Czy będzie jakoś to pokazane. No i chyba, że ruszamy, co? Dobra. Ruszamy na oddech smoka. Jeśli film Ci się podobał, zachęcam do subskrypcji i wsparcia kanału na patronite.pl. Wszystkie przydatne linki w opisie. Natomiast kolejny odcinek znajdziesz na środku ekranu. Kliknij w niego i oglądaj już teraz.